This is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Phillippi. My guest is Adele O'Neal. She's a Dundee artist who will be on the Art Harvest Studio tour this year, and she will be showing her work with Jeannie Drivas, and they'll be out in Sheridan. So that'll be a fun little twofer to watch for in the brochures this year. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's nice to be here.
And this is your first year on the tour.
It is, yeah.
Ooh. So have you had a lot of great advice from the other artists?
From the artists, from James Nelson, the coordinator, you name it, I've heard it. So,
Okay,
but
good.
it's good. It's all very helpful. Yeah,
And then it will kind of hit like a ton of bricks, and you'll say, "Oh my goodness sakes!"
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, really everything. Pieces of advice about my business cards and my jewelry cards, just everything. The things I'm making. Oh, you need to use different colors, and so just all different kinds of things.
That's great. Well, obviously you're a jewelry artist. Maybe that's not obvious to anybody, but it's obvious to me because I've seen your images, so I know that. And I love your things. They're just
thank you.
You work with natural stones and
Right.
silver.
Natural stones, silver, mostly sterling silver. Occasionally I'll throw a little bit of gold wire in there, but it's mostly stones, pearls. I also do things with found objects. So if somebody has a favorite stone that they found at the coast, I make bracelets or necklaces for people all the time with that favorite piece that they found. I do fused glass, and so sometimes my pieces incorporate a little piece of fused glass that I've made.
Now, do you when you find a stone, as in the necklace that you're wearing, do you do the polishing, the cutting and polishing?
No,
Okay.
no. I usually find them already that way.
Okay,
So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you brought some images, so maybe a picture's worth 1,000 words. So let's go to your images and take a quick peek and see. It's beautiful. You want to talk about it?
Okay, well that is a piece with a druzy, which a druzy is just a little piece that has the crystals. And so this is a white druzy. It also has some black onyx beads and then sterling silver beads.
It's pretty.
Thank you. This piece is a pair of earrings. I like really dangly earrings, as you can probably tell from what I'm
Yeah.
wearing. But these are all sterling silver with a black onyx bead, actually glass bead. And they're probably about, a couple of inches long.
Okay.
This is another bracelet made with druzy, although it's a smoky druzy. And it's an oval shape, obviously, and it's got lots of sterling silver beads and spacer beads, and then, of course, the wire wrapping. This is a piece of, it's kind of hard to tell what it is, but it's a piece of geode. It's a small geode cut in half, and it's got the dark pearls along the side, along with the sterling silver beads and the sterling silver wire wrapping. I do all of my jewelry just with wire wrapping. It's all cold, what's called cold jewelry making. I don't solder, I don't
Oh, I see what
I
you're
don't do
saying.
anything
Okay.
like that. It's all just
You don't glue.
I don't glue anything, right? It's all solder, or it's all just wire wrapped together. And if
Okay.
things don't have a hole, it makes it a little more challenging because I
Sure.
have to secure it so that it
Like
doesn't
crisscross
right
and make
yeah.
a little cage for it.
Right, but I try
Okay.
to make things look nice on the front and the back so that if it flips over when you're wearing it. This is a piece of, and I can't remember the name of the stone. I
like
have
it.
it with the piece, but it's a beautiful little tiny piece. It's about 1.25 inches, and it's all sterling silver, and it's on a sterling silver chain.
That's pretty. It's a great color.
And this is a piece of fused glass that I made.
Oh, okay.
So it's got gray and different colors of pink in it, and then it's got the little tiny seed pearls along the side, all wire wrapped into it.
That's beautiful.
So, yeah, thank you. And very simple pair of just sterling silver earrings, no beads, just sterling silver.
I like those.
I love little swirls, and so I do a lot of swirly things. So these are actually, I think their name, I did call them swirl, and they just have one sterling silver bead in the middle, and otherwise they're just a piece of sterling silver wire that's hammered. I do like to hammer and texture a lot of my jewelry so that it's not just a plain piece of wire, but it's got little hammer marks.
And is it a special jewelry hammer that you use?
It's called a chasing hammer.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of curved on one end so that when you're pounding the wire, you don't actually put dents, because if you used a completely flat hammer, you would accidentally put dents.
Because silver's pretty soft, isn't it?
It's pretty soft,
Yeah.
and I use soft wire, what's called dead soft. So it comes soft, and like I said, I don't use heat, so I could soften it again
So
if
you
I
just
hammered
breathe
it.
on it really hard.
Yeah, oh, well, I might try that, yeah. But you can heat it after you've pounded on something, after you've hammered it. You can actually heat it and make it soft again, and then you can work it a little bit more.
Oh,
but
okay.
I just make it, and that's what I do. I don't use any kind of heat.
How long have you been making jewelry?
Probably about 10 years. It all started when somebody at work said, hey, there's a jewelry store. Let's go down, a bead store, and they teach classes. Let's go as a little group. There were 4 of us. And they said, hey,
It's not addictive, they said.
well, they didn't even tell me that. Oh, sure, I'll go. Because I have always done lots and lots of arts and crafts and making things. I got it from my mom. And so we went to this lunchtime earring class. I was hooked. So I took a couple more classes, and then it just took off. And my friends and coworkers kept saying, you should sell your stuff. So I started doing that and started selling things on Etsy and at a store here in McMinnville. And
You know, I think that's really great. I mean, the oddest thing, a lunchtime jewelry class.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
kind of find sort of your passion,
oh yeah,
your artistic expression. That's wonderful.
I was shocked actually, because I
Yeah.
thought, oh yeah, it'll be fun. I'll
Go
go
along
with
with
you.
the gang.
I'll go along with you ladies, and
Yeah.
it'll be fun. But I never dreamed that I would be still doing it, and now being part of the Art Harvest studio tour. I still can't believe it.
So, I mean, obviously it's a juried show. That's sort of a big deal to get in because,
is.
you know, was that the first time that you'd actually submitted something for a competition like that?
For my jewelry, yes. Yeah.
Wow. See, that's a pretty good success rate.
Yeah. So I'm very
You're batting
excited about
1,000.
it. Yeah. That's right.
That's great.
Yeah.
And for the show, then obviously you've got a pretty good body of work
Right.
ready to go.
Yeah, I have quite a few pairs of earrings. I've got a bracelet I'm working on right now. I've learned the hard way that I don't force something. If I'm working on it and the wire doesn't want to do what I think it needs to do, I put it aside and let it sit overnight or a couple of days, and then I sit back down and
Have another go at it.
have another go at it, and it usually works out just fine.
One of the things that I noticed from your pictures that I really like is that the bracelets are easy to put on
Oh yes.
because there's nothing worse, and you know this, than
Yes.
fiddling with some darn little
Oh, those
clasp.
little tiny-
oh,
right,
God,
yeah.
I didn't think you're just ready to just throw the thing
Yeah.
across the room because you can't make it get on your wrist or around your neck. And I
Oh,
think
right.
jewelry makers need to try putting their jewelry on first.
Right.
And I noticed that yours looks like it's easy to put on.
Yeah, I usually make the clasps like we're on the pictures,
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
I
the-
make
the-
just the cuff.
just the kind that
Yeah,
squeezes.
you
Yeah.
just take it on and off. So,
But I really
those
like
are-
that. I think
yeah, they're
that's
easy.
an advantage, especially, you know, as we all of us aging baby boomers.
Oh,
And we
yes.
can't see like we used to. Think,
That's
where is
right.
that thing? I can't see it.
Oh
You're
yeah,
trying to look in the mirror with it and you can't see it.
yeah. No, I make my clasps really large for
Mm-hmm.
my necklaces too. I can show you this one. See, it's
Oh, no,
they're
I
they're
love it.
very large. So
Fabulous.
they're easy, very easy to put on and
Because
take
jewelry
off.
should be fun and not
Right,
frustrating.
and not frustrating. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Earrings are pretty good, you know. I mean, as long as
Oh,
you
yeah.
can Find the hole there and just start
That's
poking
right.
around. But
Oh, yeah.
I do like your earrings as well.
Oh, thank you.
So you make things that you like. You make things that you
Right.
that you like to wear, and it's kind of to suit yourself. And there you go.
Yep.
And if somebody came to you and said, "Oh, this thing, it was something that my mother had or whatever," have you ever done that?
Yes.
Or you've incorporated a little
Yes.
something
Uh-huh.
into another piece? Okay.
Yes, I've done custom work for quite a few people. They bring me a stone or a shell or something that is special to them, and I hope they're not in a hurry, because usually it takes me a little bit of time to sit there looking at the piece and until a design comes to me. But then I draw it out and I send it to them and ask them, is this what you're thinking you would like? And
Do you typically, just when you're working for yourself, do you typically draw something out, or do you just have a sense of what you want it to be?
I just usually just sit
Okay.
down and do it. Right. Yeah, I don't usually draw things out. Sometimes if I have this, I think maybe a complicated design in my head, I will either draw it out to try to figure out, okay, how long do the ends need to be? Or I will actually make it in a really cheap metal like copper.
Oh, okay.
And I'll just see, okay, how's this going to work? And
Does
then I
this work?
can take it back apart and measure it out.
Well, see, great artists always work like that, don't they? They make models
Right.
and the prototype,
Yeah.
and before they do commit a lot of resources to the big finished thing to
Right.
get the scale and the proportion right.
Right.
So you're following the footsteps of the great ones.
Oh, well, thank you.
Something like that, huh?
Yeah. Well, every once in a while I make a mistake, and it started out, maybe it was supposed to be a bracelet, but then it turned out to be a smaller necklace. So, I use what I have and make, I don't waste anything.
So where do you, do you have a few secret spots that you find some of your treasures? You don't reveal them, because that's part of the mystery, but I'm assuming that you do.
I do.
Okay, good.
Right, I
And that's
do.
part of the fun.
Yeah.
Is seeking out those little secret
Right.
spots where you can find some good
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
For sure.
Actually, I've found a couple of really cool rocks in my backyard.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't made anything out of them yet, but I'm going to. They're really cool. I don't know where they came from, because they're so strange that they would be in a backyard, not like up in the mountains somewhere.
Do you live in the hills?
No, not really.
Do you live in the down in the flatter part of Dundee, or?
Yeah, I live up the hill, but just
Okay.
a little bit. So
Oh,
it's not.
interesting.
Yeah, it's just very interesting. So I don't know if they had made something in the backyard and there were these stones laying around. I don't know, but I found 2 or 3 different stones that are just really, really interesting.
I love it, because you don't know where those came from. Don't we have soil here from Montana, from way back in the glacier age or something? Who knows where it came from?
Right, that's right.
Planet Earth, probably.
Oh, there you go.
But maybe it could be part of an interstellar meteor or something.
Right.
It's
yeah.
kind of exciting. So anyway,
Yeah.
Adele, we'll bring it back down to planet Earth here,
Okay.
and you will be showing with Jeannie Dreyfus
Yes, I'm very
at
excited
her
about
studio
that.
out in
Uh-huh.
Sheridan.
Sheridan, uh-huh.
Sheridan, and that'll be the first 2 weeks of October
Correct.
for the Art Harvest Studio Tour.
Yes,
And this is your very first.
it's my very first one.
So I think we have just a few seconds left, but I have to finish with this because I have a friend who's done online dating for years and years, right? Well, she joined a new site, and her new gentleman caller told me that what she said was, "I'm new to this. Be gentle."
Oh.
I could not restrain my howls of laughter.
Oh, there we
But
go.
So that could be, you can use that.
I could use that.
You're
That's
new
right.
to this. Be gentle.
Yes, I
Right.
like it.
Okay,
I'll
so
use that.
Best wishes.
Thank you.